Hello, this is Anna again, and today we are doing a lower back release. So please rest on your back. This position is called Shavasana, arms long, legs long. Take a breath in and breathe out, and another breath and breathe out. Continue to breathe and notice your body lying on the floor. Feel all the curves in your body. Particularly pay attention to the curve in the lower back. So we have 4 curves in our spine. The curve behind the neck, so feel that space there. And then the curve in the upper back, that place that presses downwards and it pushes backwards when you stand up. Then there is a curve behind the lower back. So maybe you can even use your hand and slide it behind the lower back and notice how big that gap is, physically checking. And then notice how your spine presses downwards at the hips. So today I want to work with you on flattening the lower back curve. When that curve is excessive, that condition is called lordosis. So it is quite often caused by tight sciatic, and we'll go into releasing sciatic in our next video. But it can also be caused by wrong curvature in the spine. So there's actually a few movements that we can do to flatten the curve. And the best thing to do is to draw the knees above the chest. Hold onto your knees and rock a little side to side. Remember to breathe. So a simple fact of drawing the knees above the chest reduces the pressure on the lower back, flattening that curve to some extent. Go a little bit further with this rocking and rolling. And perhaps you can allow your knees to separate, relaxing. So when we hold knees together, when we hold arms together, we're actually holding unnecessary tension in the body. So notice how when you allow your knees to fall apart, that tension lets go. Go back to rolling. Maybe you can roll all the way onto the side and you draw the knees together on the side and then roll back through the center, opening the knees wide apart, and then roll onto the other side, drawing the knees together on the other side. This is a wonderful movement you can do anytime during the day. The best time is in the morning before you get out of bed, so you can actually do that in bed, and also in the evening when you are in bed. Pause in the center and still with your knees above the chest, have them closer together. As you breathe out, draw your knees towards your chest, squeezing them into the chest. Breathe in, allow your knees to move away. And do that a few times, drawing the knees towards you and moving them away. You can have your knees wider apart if that's more comfortable for you. Here we are also squeezing through the diaphragm muscle. And when we let go, the tension lets go. Now pause again, have your knees closer together, and this time hands are on top of the kneecaps, one on each kneecap. Use your hands to circle your knees, first in one direction, remember to breathe, and then back the other way. As you are circling your knees, pay attention to your lower spine, your hips. Feel how they are drawing circles against the mat. And you can make those circles larger and change the direction again of those circles. And lastly, Pause and cross your feet at the ankles. Bring your arms down to support your lower back. It might be helpful to have the palms downwards underneath the buttocks. Now start to lightly throw the legs above the chest so that your hips begin to lift off the floor. And this movement helps more than any other movement to help flatten the curve in the lower back. So every now and again you can cross the feet the other way. And if you are comfortable and would like to go further, you can have the hands behind your knees or underneath knees, and then you can start to roll on the spine up and down. All the way up to sitting. Now go back on the back because I want to check something. So go back to Shavasana, slide everything long, arms long, legs long. Take a breath in and breathe out. So remember we were checking earlier on the curve behind the lower back. Do this again, use your hand and slide it behind the lower back. Has that gap changed? Has it become smaller? Mine has become smaller. So I assume that it works for you too. Roll onto your side before you come up. That's a safe way to come up to sitting. Thank you for your company. I'll see you in my next video.